Okay. Thank you so much. And our vision, we want to elevate the well-being of your body and your soul. And our philosophy, we believe true well-being is only found by connecting, just as our great-grandmothers did, to the garden, the earth, and to our inner wisdom. And we're going to have to all go back to that, to gardening, and I actually do now, and a lot of our distributors, but we're going to have to go back to the way our grandmothers did it and how God, our creator, intended for us to do it, those fruits and vegetables, that life. This is our medical advisory board. We have doctors, nurses, holistic doctors, naturopaths, trichologists, any kind of doctor you need, we have one for you. And why is wellness so important? We have given birth to the first generation of children who are predicted to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. And we're already seeing that now. The youngsters dying before the parents and the grandparents, and a lot of grandparents raising grandchildren. By 2030, colon cancer is estimated to become the leading killer for people 20 to 49 years of age. Right now, heart disease is the leading killer, but in 2030, colon cancer is getting ready to catch up with that. And this is a short video I would like to look at, and please pay close attention.
2/3 of adults are now overweight or obese, and we have an epidemic cascade of debilitating disease that's overcoming the country. There's no way we can sustain the current style of care with the epidemic that we're creating with our diet and lifestyle choices.
The diabetes, the arthritis, the heart disease, the dementia, the obesity, the cancers are affecting about 70% of deaths. All the data is that those 70% of deaths and morbidity are largely lifestyle related and preventable.
Most kids by age 10 in the US already have fatty streaks in their arteries, the first stage of atherosclerosis leading to heart attacks, strokes.
Here in American medicine, we operate from the disease model. We are in the business of treating sick people. We are not in the business of trying to prevent people from becoming sick.
When you look at chronic disease risk, all the things that we walk around worrying about, actually dietary choices trump smoking when it comes to those risks.
If I could deliver one message to the researchers who are looking for the cause of diabetes and the cause of clogged arteries and the cause of high blood pressure and the cause of obesity, I would tell them the answer's in 3 words. It's the food. It's what Americans are eating.
We're creating an epidemic of disease by our diet and our lifestyle. Children by age 10, we're already seeing fatty streaks in their arteries. They're already headed toward heart disease, cancer, diabetes. And our diet and lifestyle trumps smoking. It's the food. And the problem in the US, our CEO, Melissa Boston, coined this phrase, chewicide. We are digging our graves with our own forks. And the reason, animal protein, too much animal protein, processed food, salt and sugar, and our sedentary lifestyle. We're sitting around, couch potatoes, fast food. We're not getting that exercise. And our kids the same way. They're not getting the exercise they used to get. We used to have recess and look forward to that. Now the kids are just on the computers, and the adults working from home, sedentary lifestyles. We have to get active. So too much animal protein, it impairs our kidneys, organs, and cells, contributing to faster aging, cancer, heart disease, and obesity. Our genetics load the gun, but our lifestyle pulls the trigger. And that's what Dr. Oz says. Our genetics load the gun, but our lifestyle, our diet and our lifestyles pull the trigger. And all it is, these chronic diseases, intoxication of our cells at the mitochondrial level, chronic inflammation. And the chart on the right, we have a normal organ, and then we have organs that's surrounded by visceral fat. And that's what we're doing with our diet and lifestyle. we're getting that visceral fat around our organs and creating these diseases. And the consequences, in 2020, nearly 700,000, and that figure is higher than that now, died from heart disease in the United States. And for 25% of them, the first symptom was death. The picture on the left, we have a clean artery, a healthy heart, and that blood can flow good through those arteries. In the middle, plaque is starting to build up from our diets and our lifestyle. And the third one, it's clogged. Now we're looking at a heart attack. And these tests are for reference only and not a diagnostic conclusion. And it starts with learning your blood type. Do you know your blood type? If you know your blood type, put it in the chat, please. And your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than race, culture, or geography. It is a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live, a guide to how you can live most healthfully. And one person's food is another man's poison. Oh, here's a short video for you.
Even through my practice, after scanning thousands of people over 10 years, I've investigated how the blood type plays a major role in what we're putting in our bodies. Your blood type is like a security system, and the antigen on your red blood cell determines your blood type. And based upon that antigen, your body will identify the food as an enemy or as a friend, as poison or as medicine. And based upon that information, it's either going to trigger your immune system or it's going to conserve your immune system. So if we're eating outside of our chemistry, then we're constantly triggering our immune system, which becomes overreactive after a while to the point where it becomes worn down. When you wear down your immune system, you make it hyperactive. A hyperactive immune system has the potential to turn upon you, upon the host. We call it autoimmune disease. When the immune system turns upon the host, that means that now you have one of the most powerful vessels in the body attacking you without you being able to defend yourself against it.
Our blood type is our security system. So, and one person's food is another man's poison. So we can either eat against our blood type and tear our immune system down, or eat for our blood type and build our immune system up. So what we provide here at Akana, we have blood type testing, and we had a beneficial food list, your neutral and avoid list. And this is a chart of example of a list for your blood type. For example, I'm A. I was eating bananas every day thinking bananas were healthy for me. But bananas are against my blood type. It was toxic to me. Bananas, lobster, steak, meat, period. B, you have to avoid that bird, avocado, and shrimp. And O, catfish, white wine, and avocados. And these are just a few of the items that A, B, and O need to avoid. So A is for agrarian, and that's the type I am. B is for balance, O is for old, and AB is a combination of both. And we provide all these things here at Akana, and you can get back with the person that invited you, and they can get you your blood type testing, your neutral food list, and anything that you want. We at Akana are here to help you. So would you like to know how well you are functioning in every organ before it becomes critical? Akana has certified health coaches that are equipped to assist. And as I said earlier, I am one of those wellness coaches. And here's another short video of Dr. Prince, our naturopath doctor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Eric Prince, the naturopath. I am a holistic doctor, and today we're going to discuss the Quantum Bioscan Analyzer. My testimony has to do with athletics. Being a track and field runner at the age of 40 and 50, I was able to compete at the college level based upon cleansing and detoxifying my bodies with these products, which allowed me to reverse my age biologically, achieve my athletic goals, and to restore my health. So imagine this is your report. Today we want to discuss the power of knowing about a progression of disease before it reaches a crisis state. We're going to talk about the cardiovascular and cerebrovascular report card, which is your heart and your brain. It turns out that over 600,000 people perish each year from heart disease. What if we knew it was coming and had the ability to reverse it? They call it arterial sclerosis, which is a hardening of the arteries. This is a problem in our system because we start off with normal arteries, clean and clear, blood flows with no impedance. But over time, we start to build up plaque inside of our blood vessels. We call this normal to mild abnormality. Then we go from mild to moderate abnormality, where we have even more plaque building up inside of our blood vessels to the point where it becomes close to fully blocked. And this is severe abnormality. If this process continues on from normal to mild to moderate to severe, then we are basically looking at a heart attack at some point in life. But if it becomes permanently blocked, as the blood is flowing through, it reaches a point where the pressure on the walls begin to expand. And we see this as vascular resistance on our bioscan. And once this happens, it causes so much pressure on the walls that it explodes, causing an aneurysm. When this happens, then we have bigger problems to deal with. Let's take a look at some of our testimonies. These are people who actually utilize the products in order to work towards achieving their health goals. Whether it's obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, we're going to be able to access the ability to reverse these conditions, restore health, and achieve our ideal weight.
Okay, Dr. Prince, he runs at a collegiate level now. He runs with guys that could be his sons, and he's winning a lot of his races. And these people, these are true testimonies. These are our business partners. They went through our program, and these are true testimonies, and these are true people. I know these people. So what is our bioscan? And these tests are for reference only and are not a diagnostic conclusion. So it is a handheld wand that utilizes cellular and biomolecular processes to help ascertain the state of your body at the cellular level. It's non-invasive, no radiation, Eastern medicine, results in 2 minutes. It has an 85 to 95% accuracy rate, and it's been in use for over 40 years. But so much has been kept from us, but now Akana is getting that out there to you. And the human body is made up of trillions of cells. And when we do these bioscans on you, we're checking you down to the 10th cell. So, and we have trillions of cells, and these cells grow, split, regenerate, and die. And these signals determine whether the body is healthy or unhealthy. And cells are measured against the spectrum of diseases. And this is the bioscan report card. It's very easy to comprehend. It's color-coded: green, normal; blue, mildly abnormal; yellow, moderately abnormal; and red is severe. So when you get your bioscan done, this is what you'll see. So it's very easy to comprehend, and the coach is going to walk you through it. So are you living your best life? Are you healthy in the green? Are you mildly or moderately unhealthy? Or are you severely unhealthy? Whether you want to maintain health or address health concerns, we can assist with that. 2.5 years ago, I was in the red for vascular resistance. I've always been active. I never ate pork my whole life. I didn't eat a lot of meat anyway. I did eat that chicken. I've always had gardens. My dad had gardens and farms. But now 2.5 years later, I know why I was in the red. I was eating against my blood type. Tomatoes, for instance, tomatoes and peppers, always had that in my garden. So the things I loved that I thought was healthy for me, including bananas, now I know why I was in the red. So this is the most dangerous disease you probably have never heard of, liver disease. And these are the 4 stages of liver. First, we start off with a healthy liver, nice and clean. Then our diet and lifestyle, we start doing those things and start getting a fatty liver. So deposits of fat gets deposited in our liver. And the 3rd stage, scar tissue starts to form. And the 4th stage, cirrhosis. And scar tissue makes the liver hard and unable to work properly. And our liver is our filter. If the liver is dirty, it's going to get the other organs dirty. So we have to keep that liver clean. And with our program, that's what we do. We're cleaning our liver and cleaning our blood. And then cirrhosis, back in the day when you heard of cirrhosis, that was an alcoholic. And today, a non-alcoholic fatty liver is the equivalent of drinking a bottle of vodka. And when we do these scans, most people, I'd say 8 out of 10 people have fatty livers, if not 9, most of them that I've scanned. But 2.5 years ago, I had a fatty liver. So a lot of us have a fatty liver, and it's not from drinking. So there's 2 routes you can go. You can go the cheap, fast, toxic route, which is not cheap either. Nothing is cheap nowadays. Or you can go to expensive, and I say it's not expensive. We can't put a price on our health, so it's not expensive. And compared to meat, last time I looked at some meat, it was really expensive. It's time consuming. If you don't put anything in, you're not going to get anything out. So of course, we got to take time to do what we need to do to get our bodies back to healing. So it's your choice. You can go the cheap route, or you can go the healing route, the toxic route or the healing route. Sure, the cost of living is going up. Sure, food inflation, everything is up. And I'm telling you, I'm glad I'm not eating meat now because it's up so high. So our goal here to kind of is to create a 7th blue zone. There are 6 blue zone areas in the world where people eat far less animal meat and live longer than average. And those blue zones are Singapore, Japan, Greece, Italy, Costa Rica, and the United States. We have one right here in Loma Linda, California. And these people live in their hundreds plus and living healthy lives, still active, still working, still enjoying life. So that's what we're trying to do here. That's what we are doing. Our goal is to create blue zones in our neighborhoods, in our homes, in our neighborhoods, and in our area and across the world. So Albert Einstein said, the future of medicine is energy medicine. Pure health, that's 100% energy. Poor health is 30% energy. And that's the level where most illness is first recognized by the healthcare system. And the point of no return is 4%. And we're looking at hospice 4%. And then death is 0. So herbs and botanicals made by our creator are designed to assist our body in elevating its natural energy. So our creator gave us everything we needed to elevate our natural energy. So elevate your energy. We can avoid 90% of chronic diseases by understanding our inner power to heal, known as life force energy. Our body is injured. This energy is the main driving force behind our survival or demise, because everything is energy. Our bodies are energy, and we got to build that energy and have that high energy level. So how would you like to elevate your level of wellness? You flatten your belly, not your bank. And I really want you to pay close attention to this video. You may want to take a few notes here.
If you don't clean the colon, there is absolutely nothing that you can do to get well. I don't care how elaborate that it is, the practice is. I don't care how much money it costs. If you don't clean the colon, you cannot get well. Did you know obesity is storing your own waste? When that waste gets loose into the bloodstream circulates the body 9 times a minute. And it drops that waste in every cell in the body. This is the reason for eyeglasses. This is the reason for headaches. This is the reason for hearing loss. This is the reason for your hair falling out, is because the colon waste is in the bloodstream.
The colon waste is in the bloodstream, circulating 9 times a minute. That's just, oh, and we saw in the video earlier, colon cancer is going to come up on the leading cause of cancer, leading cause of death next to heart disease. We saw that in 2030. And we all know, I know people that have passed away from colon cancer are going through colon cancer now. But if we don't clean the colon, we cannot heal. So, and the problem in the US is the lack of colon cleansing. And this next picture is a little gross, so prepare yourself. This is a partially removed colon. And our colon is only like 3 inches or something like that, I believe. But this is a partially removed colon with 10 years worth of waste. So at any given time, we have at least 8 undigested meals in our gut. So we're full of it. We got to get that out of our gut. We got to get that cleaned out. And our products that we use help clean that colon too. So we want to get you healthy.
Less than 5% of people who go on a diet actually achieve long-term results. We believe you are ready to live your best possible life by getting off the diet roller coaster. Eating according to your blood type can make significant changes in your health. More than 2/3 of adults in the US are overweight. Obesity is associated with the leading causes of death worldwide, including diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and some types of cancer. Even if you are at your ideal weight, eating against your blood type puts you at risk for chronic illness and disease. These are devastating reports, and we can change them. But it starts with one fundamental truth. One man's food could be another man's poison. It's time to drop the waste. The Flat Belly Lifestyle is a revolutionary approach to living your best possible life. First, we tailor the program with plant-based food for your specific blood type and to promote a healthy gut. Eating against your blood type creates inflammation, chronic illness, and obesity. Second, we recommend that you take our 15-minute bioscan so that we can help you identify what's happening below the surface. Next, simply choose the right phase for you. For added support, we invite you to join the community of people that are achieving success to inspire you and learn from our experts who support you along the way. Take the pledge today.
Okay, 70% of our immune system is in our gut. One person's food is another man's poison. And as Dr. Prince said earlier, our blood type is our security system. So we're either eating against our blood type or we're eating for our blood type. And 2.5 years ago, I was eating against my blood type. And these are our products that we use. We have a mucus and parasite buster. It cleans that bad stuff out of there. It's living rent free. It's getting your nutrition, stealing your nutrients from you. Then we have the superfoods. It's putting the good nutrients back in. So we kicking those bad parasites out and mucus. We're putting the good nutrients in. And then we had a colon cleanser, liquid colonic, and that's like a Drano for your colon. And we got to keep that colon clean. You can't heal if you don't clean that colon. It's circulating in our bloodstream 9 times a minute. And then we have the protein builder. That's to help build that muscle. Oh, and these are just some of the ingredients that's in our problems. And you probably recognize some of these: beetroot, ashwagandha, moringa, but the good stuff. So we're kicking the bad stuff out, we're putting the good stuff in. And this is the same thing again. But like I said, that colon cleanse, our liquid colonic, is like a Drano for your colon. Okay, and the video said earlier, no healing without flushing the sewer system. We take our cars to get flushed out, oil changes, whatever we need to service our vehicles. We have to service our bodies the same way. And if we don't service these bodies, we won't be able to service those vehicles. So we have to flush those bodies out, clean those bodies out, clean those systems out. And then we have aronia berry. And this is our farmer, and I'll tell you a little more about the aronia berry in the next slide. But Farmer Tony came up with this because his fingers were curled over. He had excruciating back pain, and he was losing his eyesight. So he wanted to come up with something to help. And we discovered the most powerful superfruit on planet Earth. The aronia berry, it accelerates weight loss, tastes delicious. Take 1.5 ounces twice a day, and it has an ORAC score of 41,000 plus, and I'll show you that on the next slide. And it reduces inflammation. And we have a little changes to our aronia berry. It's been in the liquid form, but we're going to the powder. We had a few issues, and shipping was one of them. The weight and things. And then some of my customers and myself too, it was heavy, so now we're going to the powdered aronia berry, but it's just as good. Okay, so this is a chart on the aronia berry, and we have a standard chart, and then we have a kind of aronia berry chart. And the ORAC score helps us to understand how effective a berry or food is at protecting our cells from damage caused by harmful substances in our body. The higher the score, the better they are at keeping us healthy. And then the chart on the left, the standard chart, you see there aronia berries like what, 15, 16,000. And then our aronia berry is like 41,000. So we had a high ORAC score, and the aronia berry is great. And everybody know about the blueberries, how good they are, and the noni berries. But look how the aronia berry outscores those. So don't wait for the crisis. First, learn your blood type. And like I said, the person that invited you can help you with all of these things. Anything you need, the person invited you can help you. And get your bioscan. If it's not one in your city, get with the person that invited you, and we can get one for you, because we're all over the country. So we'll get you a bioscan if you need one. And do your flat belly cleanse. And get that body back in homeostasis, back in balance. That's what we're doing. And this is our disclaimer. You may want to take a screenshot of this. I won't read the whole thing. And this test is for reference only and is not a diagnostic conclusion. And this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So we have 2 choices for you. You can do the 7-day refresh, and it includes your meal plan, grocery list, all that. And we had a 21-day reset. And that's actually an age reversal. And especially if you have chronic things going on, a lot of issues going on, I recommend you do the 21-day reset because it's really, but you'll be on all raw when you do that. But it's doable. Because when we eat raw, we're eating life. Okay, and this is just our products again. Okay, African Americans are 40% more likely to die from colon cancer than any other group. And we already see that's 2030, that's coming up on the leading cause of death. And then it's time for a change.
It was me and my wife. We did the 21 days. Dramatic changes.
I was able to lose 14 pounds, 6 inches. And I love the way I look. I'm not gonna lie, I am loving this. But let me tell you what I love even more. I dropped my cholesterol 50 points, blood pressure stabilized. And my doctor and I had been fighting for the last 5 years because she wanted to put me on a statin, and I absolutely refused. And she told me I would never change my cholesterol lowered by diet alone. Well, you can know how excited I felt when I had dropped it 50 points.
My results were 13 pounds over the period of 7 days. Yes, 13 pounds over the period of 7 days. I first saw it in my skin. My skin was like super clear, glowing. People were like, you look different. You sound different.
It just cleared my mind, my body, and my soul. I got rid of 12.8 pounds of waist. My stomach is flat, and it helped with my blood pressure.
After taking the 21-day cleanse, I am down 26 pounds. My energy is high. My mobility is high. My quality of life is high.
Okay, first I want to start with our fabulous co-founder, Phyllis Nash. Today is Phyllis' birthday. Happy birthday, Phyllis. But you see, Phyllis fought with her doctor so the doctor wouldn't put her on statins. Her cholesterol came down 50 points. Scott Reese. He went from all those medications down to one pill. These are true testimonies. My testimony is in there. My very first detox, I lost 12 and a half pounds. My whole energy level, everything, it is amazing. It is amazing. And we all need to do this. We need to clean these bodies out, clean these systems out.
Renee is on.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, if you need any of those items, and we also have a flat belly ebook. You can go to flatbellyebook.com and get an ebook for your food type. And okay. And we have a free grocery guide. The person that invited you can help you with that. We have a free coaching group. We meet on Tuesdays. And on Tuesday nights, we just come together and we help each other walk through the cleanse, the detox, exchange recipes, and just help each other out on getting through the detox. So we got help, whatever kind of help you need, we have it for you. And these are our plans again. Okay. And I am going to stop sharing my screen. And we have a testimony, and she's on with us tonight. And I want to have her come on, Renee. Is that the Samsung, Renee?
Yes.
Okay.
Put your mic on.
Okay, Renee, you want to, I'm trying to highlight you. Okay, well, I'm not able to do it, but are you ready, Renee? Can you come on with your testimony?
At the tone, please.
Your mic is not on, you do that.
I'm trying to unmute.
She's trying to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Can everybody
okay.
hear? Can everyone hear?
Yeah, we can hear.
Okay.
I don't really know what part you want me to do, Cherie.
Well, just tell your testimony.
Oh, okay.
Just tell your testimony, your story.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Renee Cooper. I reside in Prince George, Virginia. I am a two-time breast cancer survivor, and I was introduced to the Fat Belly Cleanse by Miss Brenda Jones, who is also a resident of Virginia as well. I had been on chemo the second time that I had the diagnosis, and afterwards I was taking a cancer blocker medication for 5 years. And during that process of taking that medication, I started developing problems with my calcium level, which means my calcium level was elevated and I couldn't really get it down. And that's when Ms. Jones kind of introduced me. Before I say that, it was not just the my calcium level, but it was also my thyroid. I have a naturopathic, and I was doing some things to try to bring down the thyroid, but we couldn't get the calcium level down. And when I went to go see the endocrinologist last year, he ran all these different tests, and he was saying that I could take this one pill. I don't even know the name of it because I refused to take it. And after he told me it was going to be something I had to take the remainder of my life, I told him the devil is a liar. I'm not doing that. And that's when Ms. Jones and I were talking about the Fat Belly Cleanse. My naturopathic in Atlanta after I gave her the information, she said, I think you need to do the cleanse. And so, long story short, my husband and I both decided to do the cleanse and change our eating habits. And during that process, I started the cleanse in May and we ended it June the 1st, and that was a 21-day cleanse. Mind you, when I went to see my endocrinologist in March, all of my levels were still elevated. And I just went back for a follow-up visit this past Monday. And when I walked in and he looked at my labs, he was like, what did you do? And I said, what do you mean? He said, all of your labs are normal. My calcium level is down, my PTH, even my A1C. And he said, and you look different. I said, yeah, I lost 20 pounds. So he asked me, he said, just tell me what you did. And I told him about the 21-day cleanse. I told him about the lifestyle of actually changing my diet. I told him I didn't do a whole lot of exercising, but for pretty much, I followed the plan. And he congratulated me, but he also told me, he said, I'm a doctor, but I'm not willing to do what you did. And I told him, thank you. So he wants me to come back for a follow-up in December. And I told him, I said, well, that's not a problem. I said, but I truly believe that's going to be our last visit. I said, because I'm not going to keep coming to you because every time I come, you're trying to find other things. And I know my body better than anybody. And if I just follow a plan that is already in place, that is workable, then I know that I'm going to be okay. And since, like I said, June, I have been eating more plant-based, more vegetables. And a lot of people think, oh, you're vegan. I said, no, I'm not vegan yet. But one of my favorite meats was chicken. I love the chicken wing. And I started cutting back the chicken before I went to the conference in Chicago in April, so that once I came off the cleanse, it wouldn't be so hard. And I actually don't even have a desire for it now. But I would tell anybody, it is a process. It's a mind thing. But once you're determined, and my whole determination was to not be on prescription meds for the rest of my life, especially after what I had already been through. And right now, today, the only thing I take is supplements. I'm not on any prescription meds, and I plan to continue this journey with following the plan that is in place through Akana. So I do thank Brenda Jones. For those that don't know, that's my twin from another mother. And I appreciate learning about it, her sharing the information. And now I am sharing the information through visibility of myself, using myself as the example, through people on my job, out in the community, and with my medical physicians. And like I said, the one medical physician, he clearly told me, I am not willing to do what you did. I'm not ready to give up certain things. And I just told him, well, in life we have a choice, but I refuse to continue to live sick. I'm not going to do that. So that's my testimony. My husband and I both, he's found good results. When I know he did his vital scan, there were a lot of negative things that came up for him. But we believe in the product. And so we will be doing our second cleanse, Cherie, in August. So I'm just hoping he goes back.
Right.
Yeah, he goes back to the doctor. Matter of fact, this Friday. And I'm quite sure his results are going to change as well. So if anybody is skeptical, utilize the information that has been brought forth. Listen to the testimonies because they are real. And have some type of determination. And one thing we did do, we set a goal. So my goal is not only to live a new lifestyle, but to remain healthy. And I'm hoping to get to my 150 pounds by the time I get to my third cleanse. And that's my testimony.
Thank you so much, Renee. And you know what? I am so proud of Renee and her husband. I saw Renee when she came in April for our conference. And then I was in Virginia with them in June. And I saw the difference. I didn't even know her husband but when I saw him, I could just tell the cleanse was all over him too. But I am so proud of them. And she is so, her mindset and how I'm so proud of them. And I'm telling you, I saw it in them and I still see it in them. And she's determined, and I thank God for Renee them, but I'm glad they did it and gonna continue to do it. But these testimonies are for real, everybody. We need to do this. We need to clean these systems out, especially you got those medical issues. We need to get these bodies back in balance. And thank you so much. And thank you, Brenda.
Welcome.
So congratulations, Renee. I had a question for you. I'm Margaret in Chicago.
Hello.
Hey, sweetie. And so what was your blood type, you and your husband's?
Well, my blood type is B positive and my husband is O positive.
That was
We're
interesting.
Totally different.
Okay. And how helpful was that for you? Because when you said about that chicken wing, that's what my mind, I was like, she must be me.
Yeah. Like I said, before I came to the conference, I had already made up my mind. Let me go ahead and start doing some things now before I detox so that once I finish, it wouldn't be a struggle. And the only struggle for me doing the detox, and I shared with Brenda, I said, I'm still hungry because most of this stuff I was already doing before I did the detox. I said, no, I got to find something else. So I linked with a friend who was vegan for years, and she actually started preparing me meals through raw vegetables, because during the detox, you can do raw vegetables. And she fixed me some tuna fish out of the carrot pulp, and I shared it with Cherie and some others at Brenda's event. And people were like, wow, this is good. That helped because it gave, I think it was more of a different taste of something in my mouth. I think I was just getting tired of the salads, and I was already doing the 64 ounces of water anyway, but I just needed something different out of my raw vegetables and raw fruit. So it was a man thing for me. And after I got over that hump, I was fine.
Well, that's excellent. And I guess I'm curious that now that you've discovered it, like when you look back in your life, isn't it just amazing how uninformed all of us were?
Absolutely.
Isn't it amazing?
Absolutely.
So join the club. We have been doing this. We are so excited. Welcome aboard. Because and the more people see what we're doing, the more it's catching on. I'm proud again to brag on my oldest son again today, who said, Mom, that detox, that bitter tea you sent to that lady, I'm going to use it. And you just send her another one, because it's really growing on our families. And, we just have to be the example of it, just like what you said. So congratulations to both of you guys, and to Brenda and Cherie for just being excellent at sharing and supporting people in the process. And we're all just growing and learning so much every day. So congratulations to you and your husband. Excellent. And your doctor, he'll figure it out.
And I just want to add one thing. When I got to Virginia, when we met Renee's husband, we were going, he was working or he was leaving work or something. But when he came to the car, he had his jar of juice. I mean, they were doing their juices faithfully. And I was like, and I didn't even know him there, but I was proud of him just seeing him with that juice in his hand. But yeah, I'm really proud of them. They doing it like it's supposed to be done. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Renee.
And we're bringing other family members on board. We're actually bringing my 82-year-old mother-in-law on board with this. She's willing to try it.
Okay.
So she said, well, I'll do 7 days. We said, well, 7 is better than 0.
Yeah.
And but I really think she can do the 21. We're just gonna see how the 7 days work. And I got some other family members that were at Brenda's event. They're ready to get started. Once I shared my lab results with them, they were in tune. Like, what? Even down to my colleagues. I had one colleague to actually purchase the flat belly cleanse at Brenda's first event. And she started talking to some other colleagues. They was like, you need to ask your doctor first. Well, her doctor told her, don't do the cleanse. And she didn't do it. She actually gave it to another colleague. But when I shared her with her and I actually let her see my results, now she wants to be re-engaged. And now she wants to do the cleanse. And so I said, wow, you know, you spent all that money and then you listen to your doctor. She said, well, my doctor told me don't do it. I said, but did you hear what I just told you? My doctor told me he couldn't do what I had done. And I told him, okay, you know, he's him and I'm me, but I know what I need to do. I refuse to take another pill. And especially when you tell me I got to take something for the rest of my life. I was like, no. So we are the living example through this process. And when I say example, we are actually ministering to people. People don't realize that, but we are. And we're doing it by being an example of ourselves. So Brenda kind of started it. Now I'll tell you, she got quite a few of our members at the church coming on board with it. So the testimonies will continue to travel through Wakanda. That's all I can say. It'll continue.
Okay. Any more questions? Well, thank you, everyone. I guess we can end the meeting. Thank you. I'm glad you joined us tonight. And see you next Sunday, God willing. Oh, we'll be in Chicago at our event next Sunday, Bronzeville. Yeah. Okay, good night, everyone.
Night. Thank you.
Good night.
Great job.
Thank you.